Good morning, girls. Girls, let us begin our online classes. I hope you're ready too. And in physics, you all know that we have completed electricity and also sources of energy. Today, we are going to begin with magnetism. And when I say magnetism, definitely you know what is a magnet. And today, we are going to only discuss the important properties of the magnet, very basic, which you already know. So, there will be a revision for you. Okay. A magnet, when I say a magnet, uh, what comes in your mind? That a magnet attracts the pieces of iron. Yes, so a magnet is a substance which has magnetic property, and that magnetic property is what? To attract the magnetic materials. Okay, now how does it attract? It attracts with a force called magnetic force. So, how do we define a magnet? A magnet, a magnet is a substance which attracts the pieces of iron. Okay, we can say that it is a substance which has a magnetic property. It has a magnetic property, so therefore we can say that it is a substance which possess magnetic property or which attracts the pieces of iron or the magnetic materials. Okay, now iron materials are also called the ferric substances. You know why? Because ferric or ferrum is the Latin name of iron. Okay, so a magnet is a substance which attracts the pieces of iron or the ferric substances by a force called magnetic force. Okay, now a magnetic force, so if you imagine that this is, or if you see that this is a magnet, north, south, if you bring any substance close to it, it can be a metallic substance, right? If you bring it close to it, it will get attracted. You know, if you bring a pin, a safety pin or a paper pin, it will get attracted to the magnet. And you all have played with the magnet, you have seen a magnet. Nowadays you have magnetic games also, right? So magnet is available naturally, as well as we can make a magnet. Fine. So today we are discussing about the properties of the magnet. When you say this is a magnet, you cannot just keep it blank, or we cannot just say this is a magnet. We have to specify something in it, and that is N and S. You know what is N and S? N is and S is the pole of the magnet. So a magnet has two poles, north and south. Okay, so this is one property of the magnet. Then if I bring another magnet close to a magnet which has the poles already shown here, north and south, if I bring another magnet with the same poles, north and south, so what will happen? These two poles, because they are similar, there will be no attraction, but there will be repulsion. There will be repulsion. You know what is repulsion? Repulsion is moving away, objects moving away. There is no attractive force, but that is a repulsive force. But on contrast to it, if I change the sides of the poles, and this is a south pole and now this becomes a north pole, so what happens? There will be now attraction. There will be attraction. So a magnet can show two types of forces. One will be attractive force and one will be a repulsive force, depending on the types of poles. So by this activity we conclude that like poles repel each other. Repel means move far, not attract, and unlike poles attract each other. Okay, so this is another property of the magnet. Then what happens if I break this magnet? Suppose I try to break this magnet. So if you break this magnet, it will have two parts. This part will have south and this part will have north. Now what about these blank parts? Isolated poles cannot exist. means single poles cannot exist. So definitely this region will become a north and this will become automatically a south pole. So this is another property of the magnet, that if you break a magnet, because the single or the isolated pole does not exist, therefore the other side will develop the other pole. That is, if this is north, this will develop a south pole, and if this is south, this will be developing a north pole. Okay. So these are the basic properties of the magnet. Now one more property. This is a magnet. You know what shape of the magnet is this called? This is called a bar magnet. Okay, this is a bar magnet. Now, if I bring any metallic substance or any iron substance just close to this magnet, then there will be attraction. So you will find that this pin or this object will get attracted to the magnet. Okay, but I keep some objects a little far away at this area. You will find that over here there is no effect. You cannot see any attraction in this area, and you will see that this object is in its place. You know why? Because every magnet has a region around it where attraction or repulsion can be felt. So this region is called the magnetic field. So what is a magnetic field? Magnetic field is an area around the magnet up to which the effect of the magnet can be felt. So if any object is within this range, this object is within this range, so there will be attraction. But if any object is beyond this range or beyond this limit, there will be no effect, there will be no attraction. So there is a certain region, or there is a certain limit or a region around the magnet which is called a magnetic field, where the attraction or the repulsion can be felt. Okay. These are all properties of the magnets. You know, when you close your refrigerator door, you know it closes on its own. Why? Because there's a magnet in it. So you can check today that there are magnets. Means magnets are used in so many places. Then one more important property of the magnet is, this is a thread. This is a cotton thread. And if I tie a magnet, this magnet will always align itself in the north-south direction. Okay, there is a property of the magnet that when you suspend a magnet freely, it will always align itself in the north-south direction. Then we have, then we can say that magnets are available in various shapes, right? There can be a circular magnet, there can be an oval shaped magnet. These magnets you have seen, you have played also. When you bring two magnets close to each other, they attract. Then this is a U-shaped magnet. This is a bar magnet. Most of the times we will refer to this. This is a very general or a common magnet. And here also this is a U-shaped magnet in which the poles will be shown. Okay. If the poles are not written, then there will be a dot, and that dot represents a north pole. So automatically the other side will become the south pole. So what did we study today? That a magnet is a substance which is naturally available to us. Then it has attractive property. Means first when we say it, what is a magnet, you will say it is it attracts the pieces of iron, or it attracts metallic substances. So a magnet is a substance which attracts the magnetic materials, right? It has two poles, north and south. Then if you break a magnet, the isolated pole does not exist. The other that part also will become the magnet. If one side is north, the other side will be south, or if one side is south, the other side will be the north. So we can say that isolated pole does not exist, and if you break a magnet, that broken part also becomes or behaves like a magnet. Then like poles repel each other, unlike poles attract each other. If you bring two magnets with the similar poles, there will be repulsion. If you bring two magnets with the different poles, then there will be attraction. Then there are the various shapes of the magnet. Now what you will do is, you will write all this in your notebook. I am going to send you the pic of this page. You will study the properties of the magnet, and then when you are thorough with these, then we'll go to the next part of the chapter. Okay, thank you.